take a deep breath, center yourselves, stop fangirling. I can see you guys right there. Alright, so welcome guys to Bahrain.
Thank you.
Amazing to have you guys here. Did you ever think, just sitting back at home, you know what, I wonder what the guys in Bahrain are doing, I really need to go and see them. Come on, like, how amazing is it to have these guys in Bahrain? Come on, show them some love. So, John, let's start with you. Would you ever think that you were going to be flying down to see us here in Bahrain?
I'm really happy to be in this country. It's really nice to learn what your people are like here. I never imagined I had so many fans here. I never imagined. Yeah!
Alodia, you obviously tour the world. You go do some amazing cosplay. What are your thoughts on Bahrain so far?
Well, first of all, I'm so happy and honored to be with you guys. You guys are awesome! Oh my gosh, I love the energy. I love how passionate you guys are. So let's enjoy the whole event together. Yes? Yes!
And of course, last but not least, Mr. Kurt Angle is here, ladies and gentlemen. I did joke back in the celeb room. I said, I may ask you guys some questions that will offend you. And I said to Kurt straight away, I hope they seat you the furthest away so you can't punch me, and I can just make an exit right there. So I'm glad you guys have done that. Thank you very much for my safety and security. But Kurt, how cool is it to be here in the Middle East with your Bahraini fans?
Well, as a wrestler, we never come here, and I've been reading the tweets from all of you, and I just want you to know that we're very appreciative that you're tremendous fans, and it's great to come here and meet you personally. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's get up some serious Q&A, all right? So, Jackal, I'm going to start with you. We have to talk a little bit about this show called Breaking Bad, I think it was called. I don't know how many of you guys have seen it, but what was that moment, playing the character Gus, when you were on the show and you realized that this is becoming bigger than any of you guys ever thought it was going to be?
We were the little engine that could. And I came into the show at the end of the second season, and when they started to really write for me, it was around the middle of the third season, where Walter White and Gustavo Fring went head-to-head, and that's when everyone realized this show had a real life, because you had a true villain and a true hero, and we were going to go and we were going to fight it out to the end. An interesting and beautiful show, and I'm so happy to have been a part of it.
And your character Gus is iconic. It's one of your clearly your best performances on television show in your massive roster of stuff you've done. But were there elements of the character that you wish the show would have explored more when the show ended?
I always wanted to explore the background of Gus a little more. I'm very, very jealous of Gustavo Fring because he is more famous than I am.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that. I think when people see you on TV and talks to the shows, they're like, yeah, I know that man. He is supposed to be reckoned with. And thank you for bringing Gus into our lives, because it was a character that I think was so iconic for the show. It just it pieced everything so well together.
It is my pleasure.
It was perfect.
I am glad everything was to your satisfaction.
Amazing. Now, of course, when the show ended, we do have the spin-off Better Call Saul, and fans have been dying to ask you, is there any hope that Gus is going to make some sort of cameo or a flashback in that show?
Do you really think I would tell you that?
I think you would, because I'm so approachable. Excuse me.
So my feeling is this. I love this show, Better Call Saul. It is an opportunity to look more into the background of Gus, but the show is about Saul, and Bob Odenkirk is a great, great character in that show. We have talked a little bit about the possibility. At the present time, I don't know if it will happen, but we are hoping that it could. I know the fans would love to see more of Gus. What I have proposed to them is that maybe the possibility of doing a show called The Rise of Gus.
I think we would watch that. Just a hint.
I think it would be a good show to watch, and it certainly would bring us more of the Breaking Bad feeling.
Yeah, and I think also it would then allow you to really flesh out the character and kind of give him a proper backstory and figure out what makes him tick exactly. So exactly. We hope that can happen.
We hope it happens. I love the character, I love the writers, and so, you know, we leave it up to the divine to guide the way.
Yeah.
But just know that it is in my consciousness, and I would love to revisit that at some future date.
Yeah, amazing. Now, obviously, working on Breaking Bad with Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston is superb. But I was doing a bit of research, and apparently you've worked with Aaron Paul before in a very iconic episode of Ghost Whisperer. And apparently he beat the crap out of you.
He beat the crap out of me.
Beat the crap out of
You know what? I let him.
Tell us a little bit about that, because it sounds too good to be true.
Well, we were doing a Ghost Whisperer. We were out in the middle of the night on the Fox lot in California, and we had to have a brutal fight. I played a ghost, which means he really couldn't beat me because I really wasn't there.
Yeah.
But we did get into some fisticuffs, and we had it very choreographed. But at one moment in the fight, I had to slam him into the ground, and he didn't control his head. I said, "You slam yourself into the ground, I just hold your lapel of your coat."
Yeah.
And he banged his head on the cement, and he gave me this look, and I went, "Oh boy, I think he's a little bit pissed off." And we really liked each other. So we had a few punches in between, and then he had to pick up a 4-foot 2x4 and hit me with it. And he was supposed to control his motion, and he didn't. He hit me so hard, he broke the board over my back. So I looked at him in the eye, and we were both, he's bleeding a little bit from the back of his head, I'm bleeding from a cut on my neck, and I said, "Okay, so now we're even. Otherwise we're gonna both die tonight."
But the director said, "That was good, let's do one more take." And you were like, "Oh, crap, not this again."
Of course.
Now, Aaron says that his fans, I mean, based on the character he played in the show, his fans come up to him and ask him to make him his, you know, beep. Is there a particular phrase that fans want you to say to them, or a particular catchphrase, something when they see you on the street?
Oh, so many. People come up to me and say, they tell me, "Will you please say, never make the same mistake twice." Or they come up to me and they say, "Will you say those words, those 3 words?" And I say, "Sangre por sangre." Blood for blood.
Shivers, shivers. It may just be the air conditioning, but yeah, I'm feeling chills. Now, ladies and gentlemen, fun fact about Mr. Giancarlo, climbing the ladder of success, as we can clearly see, but at one point you were a waiter.
Certainly was. I worked in restaurants and bars.
How terrible were you on a scale of 1 to "I'm gonna be fired"?
It was a good waiter. Hey, look, that's how I developed my whole character of Gus.
Okay.
I was very good making the checks and very good serving people, and after all, you know, Gus's favorite line is "everything to your satisfaction." And for a refill, is the chicken good today? That was all from my way.
Love it, okay. So one of the things I want to ask is, when you were, you know, waiting on tables, did you have to do that insane thing where you balance 7 plates on one hand and try and serve it to people?
Yes, so when I started as a waiter, we had the large trays that you would pick up off the stand.
Yeah.
And you had to heft it up with glasses and plates and put it on your shoulder, because I started as a waiter in a dinner theater.
Okay.
And you have to balance it and walk. And every once in a while, you'd lose a whole tray. And the crash would come, and the whole room would clap for you, and it was an amazing moment. I developed my real love for the audience from dropping a tray.
Just dropping stuff and it was done. And then everything on the tray that broke come on your paycheck, basically.
Yes.
So you had a standing ovation, but then you paid for it with your paycheck.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Okay, it was good. The reason I asked is we're going to test your skills a little bit. We're going to see how good of a waiter you were right here on stage.
Oh my goodness.
So be very afraid.
This sounds like a challenge.
Do you accept the challenge?
Of course I do.
Amazing, ladies and gentlemen. He accepts my challenge. Okay, we're going to come back to that. We're going to get some props and we're going to come back to that. Okay, now I also have to mention, recently, you know, you are in the incredible Get Down on Netflix, which is streaming now. It's a fantastic piece of television, and you know, obviously it fuses a very unique genre of music, and the cast is incredible. What was it like filming on that kind of a set? Because it seemed very high energy. with the characters, and especially the character you play, is just very, puts your foot down and lays down the law.
I play a very volatile character, Ramon Cruz, who is a pastor of a Pentecostal church whose daughter wants to be a singer and wants to make a disco album, and she's only sung in the church. The set was a flurry of high energy, and I would call it an absolute mess, because we had, and all of you young people here should really get a chance to watch The Get Down. It's a wonderful musical drama, and it's about a girl who follows her dreams. What I love about it is, it's about someone being told that you can't do this, and she is committed that she can. And so many times in our lives, we're told that there are things that we shouldn't, couldn't, or won't be able to accomplish. But if you follow your dreams and you follow and set goals for yourself, there is nothing that you cannot do.
Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom.
Watch The Get Down. It's on Netflix right now. You'll love it. You watched it. You watched it. I watched it. Back me up, baby. It was good. I'm just saying you watched it. I loved it, right? Yeah, baby.
And my last question is, obviously yesterday at the press conference, you were saying how amazing it is to come down to Bahrain, come down to the Middle East, and meet the fans and see really what the culture is like. But you dropped an amazing truth bomb, which is that, ladies and gentlemen, if you weren't here, Mr. Giancarlo wants to do a film in Bahrain.
I would love to do a film here.
How amazing is that? And you're all going to be in it. It's filming right now. It's on hitting camera.
I would love to do a film, and you can hold me to it. I'm really going to talk to a bunch of folks before I leave. I already have started to lay the groundwork. I think it should be some wonderful character from your history, from Bahrainian history, that could be recreated. And it would be an opportunity for a lot of the young people who I met yesterday who are aspiring filmmakers. It would give the opportunity for them to learn about film and really start a film society, an educational program here in Bahrain. But the light is beautiful here, your culture is beautiful, the people are really, really friendly and incredible. I'm really excited that I came because I didn't know, and now I do.
And well, we're glad you came here again, Giancarlo. Fantastic to have you here at IGN Convention, Bahrain. We're still looking forward to hopefully hosting you again in Bahrain, in Dubai, anywhere else in the Middle East. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Giancarlo, give it up for him.
Thank you! I love you, buddy! Thank you!
Now, on to a man who really needs no introduction, Mr. Kurt Angle. So, I'll tell you what, we're just going to sit here and admire him. Shall we just do that for the next 20 minutes? Just like, we don't need any questions, just sit and admire this man. Because this is a man, I honestly don't know where to start with your career. You have been a phenomenal superstar, and you've got awards after awards and championship after championship. But I think the one question that's on everyone's minds is, when are we going to see you back in the ring? Because you know that this is what these guys paid money to come and ask you. They want to see you back in the ring on top form.
To be honest with you, I don't know. I do know that I will return. I just don't know when. But you're just gonna have to wait and see, I guess.
That's not good enough, Kurt. I'm sorry. We can do better than that. You don't want to disappoint all these fans. You gotta give them something. You gotta give them a teaser.
I wish I could. But I will be coming back. I don't. I did take this year off to spend time with my family. I've had a very blessed career. I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting my career. I've won a lot of world titles, won an Olympic gold medal. I'm very, very happy with what I've done, very proud of it. And I'm not done yet, so I will be back eventually.
Amazing. We cannot wait long enough to see you back in the ring. Trust me. Now, in your career, you've gone against, countless superstars in the ring. Is there a particular match that, looking back on, you say, that was one of my career-defining moments. That was a match that I would do over and over against that superstar.
Well, I think the biggest and most important matches are the WrestleMania matches. So I would have to say that I was in 3 of the main events in WrestleMania. But the one match that stands out wasn't actually a main event. It was my match against Shawn Michaels in WrestleMania 21.
Any Shawn Michael fans here? Any Shawn Michael fans? Okay, you got competition there, Kurt.
I know. I really believe Shawn Michaels is the best ever. I think he's done an incredible job. He was easy to wrestle. The guy's phenomenal. He's such a great talent.
And is there anyone else sort of in the past or current roster of superstars that you really want to get back into the ring against?
There's nobody in the past. I've wrestled everybody I wanted to as far as the guys I've wrestled before, but there are some great talent right now like Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Cesaro, but Rusev, which I'm sure none of you like. But yeah, there are a lot of great talent right now, and I'd love to get my hands on them.
Amazing. Now, last year at IGN Convention Bahrain, we had Booker T coming to see us, which was fantastic. But he talked about something very important, which is establishing a sort of like a school where you can harness new talent to bring into the wrestling arena. Do you think it's worth having these kind of training areas in these schools where you educate younger men and women on the ins and outs of wrestling and kind of bring out that talent in them and then literally throw them into the spotlight?
Are you talking like around here?
Around the Middle East, but also anywhere else in the world. But wrestling, there's this huge fan base, but there aren't that many people who are coming and kind of getting that talent out into the limelight.
Well, right now there are some great schools. Booker T has a great school. Team 3D in Orlando, Florida. There's a great school that Al Snow started in the UK. But yeah, I think having different schools brings a different flavor to the table. So you don't want to just have one school where they go to and that's where they end up in WWE. I think there needs to be a different array of talent throughout the world. And I think even WWE is going to be looking for the next talent in the Middle East. So it's very important to have a good wrestling school here, yes, without a doubt.
So you basically say we are going to have a wrestling school here in the Middle East. It needs to happen. Amazing. Now, with the Middle East, you said some really interesting comments at the press conference yesterday where, I was basically asking you, what is your experience in Bahrain so far compared to what you thought would be like, what people were going to be like, and what it is over the past couple of years you've been here so far?
Well, I honestly didn't know how laid back everybody was. I figured it'd be a little more strict. It just seems like there's no difference between here and the States. So
we are chill. Bahrain is chill.
You're very chill, and it's a good feeling because it's nice to know that there's nothing that I need to do to change who I am and what I do in my life here. So I was really impressed with the fact that you're so westernized. I don't want to say westernized, but at the same time, you guys just live your life the way you want to live it, and I respect that. That's great.
I love it. Yeah, we have TV and 4G. That's all we need, really. Would you come back to the Middle East? That's it. Would you come back to Bahrain?
Oh,
or
yeah. Definitely.
You guys want to see Kurt Angle again?
Well, what I'd love to do is have a wrestling show here in Bahrain. That's John Carly, you want the main event with me?
I think we can.
Gus and Angle.
I know I'm going to lose, but I'm ready, baby. Come on. Throw me around. I would be honored to be thrown around by you.
And lastly, Kurt, what's next for you? I mean, while we wait in anticipation for you to come back to the ring, if you come back to the ring, what's next in your agenda? What do you have planned?
Well, I started my acting career, so I just did a comedy called Those Who Can't. It's on True TV, and I just finished wrapping that about a month ago. So I'm actually going to hang around with Giancarlo and try to get in that movie that he's doing here.
Do it. We want to see it happen. That's just one of the things. Like, okay, coming to Bahraini cinemas, Kurt Angle and Giancarlo. That's it. That's what you want to stop them to be. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Kurt Angle.
Yeah!
Okay, so I have my challenge ready. We basically blew the budget on this one. We've got some plates, all right? That's what we can afford currently. We want to see how many of these little plates you can balance on one arm in your days of weight staffing. Okay, we're gonna make this happen.
I'll do my best.
Okay, here we go, here we go. Okay.
Come on, baby. Come on, bring it. Put it underneath. Yeah, thank you, sir. Oh, you are too much. Come on.
Come on, guys, let's hear it for John Carlo!
You couldn't even get us water. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We'd like to have 3 comedians, please.
Okay, here we go. That's coming out of your paycheck. Okay, all right, we're gonna start. So we're gonna do 1 deer for every plate he drops. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Give it up. Give it up. Okay, Annie's okay. Gonna come back. Oh. Making a turn. We're coming back. We're coming back. Is he gonna drop it? And he made it. John Carlo is all right. Plates for everyone. John Carlo touched those. You can eBay that stuff. Okay. You didn't hear it from me. Okay. This has been fun, but okay, I gotta level with you guys. We gotta talk about the elephant in the room. I have green hair. Yes, I'm sure you've noticed it. I was cosplaying as Joker in Dubai and it went horribly wrong and it stuck. So this is what I live with now every single day. But somebody who knows cosplay a lot better than me, the amazing Alodia, of course. Now, I ask this of all the cosplayers that I meet because it's such a fascinating story, every time. What was the hook that got you into doing cosplay?
Sorry, what was that? What was?
What was the hook? What kind of got you addicted to doing cosplay? Or what was the first thing that kind of came to you and said, I want to be doing that, I want to be doing cosplay?
Basically, what pushed me to do cosplay was my love for video games. So, I think I was born a gamer because when my mom was pregnant with me, she was already playing Super Mario and I can hear it. So, yes. And normally I cosplay video game characters, ones that I play at the moment. And my first cosplay was for Ragnar Online, and then I did Final Fantasy, Tekken, all those yeah, my love for video games.
Can I just say, I really want to see you as Diva from Overwatch. Just saying.
Sure.
No pressure, but I think that would
no
be...
pressure, but yes, a little.
That'd be an amazing cosplay that you could rock. Okay, so as a cosplayer, you get to, tour the world, you get to hang out with celebrities at parties, and you do all this amazing stuff, take like 5 million selfies. I just want to know, where do we sign up? Because we want that life. We want to be a cosplayer full time, because that is the bomb. So how do we get into cosplay at the level that you do it?
Well, when I started cosplay, I actually didn't imagine this life. I mean, when I started cosplay, it wasn't even popular. No one knew about it. I was actually bullied for doing what I love.
Okay.
And
what did you do if you were bullied? You just kept on doing cosplay?
I mean, I really love what I do. I love art. I love writing things. I love video games, and I didn't let them get to me. I mean, it's my passion. I'm not stepping on anyone's toes, so they don't really have a say in what I want to do. And so I just kept on doing what I love, and here I am.
Here you are in Bahrain.
Oh my gosh, it's so awesome, like being on stage with these amazing people. Oh my gosh.
Fantastic. Now, looking at cosplays itself, how do you look at a character and break down the cosplay? So how do you decide, what materials you want to be using, what kind of crafting materials, how heavy or how light armor should be? How exactly do you break down a cosplay?
Well, for example, you have a character already in mind. For example, let's say from Dota. Who here plays Dota 2?
Dota 2, any Dota players?
Let's say League of Legends.
Oh.
Alright, okay, more League of Legends players here. So for example, I choose Ashe, the to a different country, you have to keep in mind, like, you should use lighter materials and you should be able to break down the weapon and assemble it where you are. So it's like thinking ahead before you make it. So you adjust the process and how you make things. So that's like my process.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the first ever cosplay you did, and how terrible was it? Because any cosplayer that I've spoken to, their first cosplay, if they look back at it, they think, oh, I could have done that better. I could have, taken it in a couple of inches. So what was the very first cosplay that you did?
The very first cosplay I did was the character Priestess from Ragnarok Online.
Wow.
And if I see pictures of it, I want to burn it.
Quick, somebody Google image. I want to see this. All right, so what is your favorite part about being a cosplayer? Is it, the actual crafting of the cosplay? Is it wearing it? Is it doing makeup? Is it meeting fans? What is it that really makes it worth it for you?
Well, I really like creating things. So seeing things, like seeing something you made and wearing it and like building it from scratch is amazing. But what I really love is also meeting people with the same passions and bringing joy to those who also love the same character, the same video games. I mean, it's just happy vibe, good vibe for everyone.
We're all happy. That's what it is. What is the next kind of cosplay you have in your mind that you'd like to try? Is there a particular character from an anime or a video game that you just think you really want to tackle?
Well, there's so many characters I want to try, and
we'd love to see you in all of them, for sure. But but just pick something that's really gonna wow people away.
Well, right now I'm working on a new costume. It's from the video game Pokemon Go. So it's coming soon.
Are you dressing up as an iPhone? Is that what it is?
No, I'm dressing up as Secret.
Okay, amazing.
Soon, it'll be finished soon. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. What tips would you give to cosplayers? Because we can see a couple of, where are my cosplayers at? Where are my cosplayers in the crowd? There we go. So what tip, I think I see a Princess Peach.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so cute! Hey!
What tips would you give to cosplayers who are just starting out, who want to kind of hone their craft to be a little bit better?
Well, for those starting out, I would just advise them to start with something simple. Because if you try to create something very complicated and then you don't get to finish it, you get frustrated.
Yeah.
So little by little, you can like level up.
Okay. Hard question, not to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Ready? What cosplay would you recommend for Kurt, Giancarlo, and myself?
Oh my gosh!
If you say Joker, I'm walking out that door.
What? Sorry?
If you say I should cosplay as Joker, I'm walking out that door.
Oh my gosh, this is hard.
Come on, no pressure. So start with Kurt. So what would Kurt go as?
Oh my gosh.
You can give him a wig, that's always a good thing.
What do you call that? Oh my gosh, I'm caught off guard.
Guardians of the Galaxy, anyone?
What? Sorry. Saitama! From One Punch Man, yeah.
I'll take it.
Yes, if you guys Google One Punch Man, you would understand.
I like that. I would have gone with Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that would have been a good one. Not Chris Pratt, but the other guy who was like naked all the time. Anyway. Alright. Who would Giancarlo play?
Oh my god! Oh my gosh, this is hard. I don't know. No, it's so difficult to figure out.
Basically, he would look good in any costume, is what you're saying. Like, he would look good as any character. Like, he could be half of Team Rocket and he would still like be amazing.
I think you would play really good as Gus. Yes, it's like perfect. Excellent.
Okay, moment of truth. Who would I play?
Who would you play?
I'm regretting it. Listen, I've had people say I should play Link and Zelda, so it's open to anything.
Well, Joker, because of your hair. I'm sorry. Don't worry, I'll be your Harlequin.
I'll take it. Ladies and goodbye, ladies. Okay, so my last kind of final question is, what are your thoughts coming out of Bahrain? Obviously, you've been to such amazing countries. You're here in the Middle East. You have all these incredible fans who are dying to meet you, who've been queuing up in the hot sun, who've been here since 11 a.m. to meet all you guys. What are your thoughts coming out of Bahrain?
I think with my few days here in Bahrain, I really think it's really lovely here. The food is good, the places are very beautiful, and the people are very nice. So you guys are lovely people. Thank you for being so welcoming to us.
Oh my, you have a lot of fans. That guy's creeping me out a little bit, but that's okay. We'll come to that later.
Philippines, yes!
Security. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that does bring me to the end of my Q&A panel. I want to thank our amazing celebrities for coming here. So give it up for Mr. Giancarlo Alodia and Kurt Angle. Round of applause.